What's up and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut and the Iki Island DLC. This is not going to be one of my extravagant reviews, as this is like mostly a DLC review more than anything, and an update on the original base game. Now, back before when we were talking about Ghost of Tsushima, I thought it was an amazing game, and when I reviewed it, I said it had gorgeous environments, good gameplay, content packed, pacing of story was good, innovative navigation system, and the loading times are amazing. And this is back on a PS4 Pro. My problems with the game were the stealth combat not being as deep as I hoped, the repetitive side content, the lip sync issues, and the predictable story, which I felt lacked depth. Now, I gave it an 8 out of 10 at the time, but now playing the director's cut, I'm going to tell you how that has actually changed. Now, with the Iki Island DLC, I'll tell you right away what I noticed. You know, if you're playing on the PS5, right when the game boots up, you get all these haptic rumblings and everything that come up with the splash screens, which I thought were really cool. They served as a really cool, feature for the PS5, mind you. Like, really not that big a deal, but it was cool nonetheless. The loading was a lot faster. I found it really easy to transfer my save data from my PS4, which was nice. It was refreshing from the situation that we had with Spider-Man. And of course, the trophies popping from my PS4 save, which was amazing because it saves me a lot of time, whereas I don't have to go back and replay all of that. Now, when it came to the DLC, there was a lot of new entries into the world of Tsushima, or Ghost of Tsushima, and it really is in a positive way. The way that we look at it from a gameplay perspective. They added new warriors, for example. The shamans, they added them and they changed the landscape, the gameplay, everything that you know about Ghost of Tsushima. When these guys are on the field, it changes things in a major way. For example, when the shamans are on the field, you're not just going to go around doing what you normally do. They're kind of the key target. You need to take these guys out first before anything. And I thought that was great because it really changed the flow of the gameplay. It made you think differently. It made you fight differently, which is always a welcome. Like, you know when you get in that stale, repetitive, fighting in a certain way for every single battle, this mixes it up, and that's what I liked. I liked that they added something to kind of put a twist on the already incredible gameplay. Now, there is a lot of story here. There's a lot of story that dives into Jin's background and what's happened in his life. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil and talk about the things that are happening here because, well, then you're not even going to want to play the game, obviously, but I'll tell you now, it really adds a lot of depth to Jin's character. My original complaint was that the story was predictable, that it lacked depth. I felt that this DLC really fixed two of those things. Maybe not in the base game, but in terms of the DLC, there were some things that happened that I could not have predicted, at least for me. And then the depth of Jin's character, I feel like it made a way deeper character for him. And these are things that are all welcome. These are things that I love, and these are things that I hope to see more of as we get further into the world of Ghost of Tsushima. I can't wait to see what they do next. But in terms of story, they did a great job. They introduced some new characters. They introduced, some new villains. They introduced a lot of stuff that really added depth to the world, to the story, to the characters, and I feel like that's what you want from your DLC. I absolutely adored the story, and it actually made me want to go back and platinum this game. I'm telling you, the DLC was so solid. I was so happy with it, and I really have no complaints in terms of the way they told the story. The set pieces were amazing. These are all things that you want from DLC. I feel like it went above and beyond. I feel like the stories told in the DLC were, in fact, greater than the stories told in the base game, at least for myself. Now, they did have a lot of side content as well. We had, a new main quest for new armor and some interesting stories told within there. We have an interesting side story that I thought was quite humorous. And then there are also archery challenges and deer sanctuaries. And these things are interesting mini games. I will tell you, they're very different from what I expect. Specifically, the deer sanctuaries I found really fun and different from what we're used to in Ghost of Tsushima. And those are things, again, that you want to see. You want to see new things added, new systems added that are going to reinvigorate or invigorate the story and the world of the game based just on adding these additional pieces of content. So for me, side content was a huge thumbs up, and the story, huge thumbs up. In terms of the graphics, absolutely incredible. I can't believe how beautiful this game is. I think that the landscapes look incredible. I love how the impulse triggers worked. They were very satisfying when you're using them. You know, you're throwing your grappling hook and you're ripping down walls. You really feel it in the controller. And unfortunately, with things like this, you can talk about it, but it's really not the same as experiencing it for yourself. And overall, the game just looked a lot more polished on the PS5. It looked a lot smoother. Everything ran beautifully. Played the entire thing in 60 FPS. Performance mode, of course, because that's my chosen way to play this game. But looking at it in fidelity mode or high resolution mode, it looks great as well. Overall, like, I can't compliment and praise this game enough. They did such an incredible job, and I'm so impressed with the work that they put in here. You know, overall, highly enjoyable DLC, great set pieces and story diving into Jin's background, new activities and side quests. They also added some new abilities, your horse being able to do a charge attack, and of course, some new skills that you can earn as well for navigation. It's overall just incredible. So happy. And so many Easter eggs too, right? We got so many Easter eggs. Bloodborne, God of War. I believe there are 4 in total. I haven't found them all, but I mean, it doesn't get any better. Like, I feel like they really did a good job with this. So if I'm looking at the score of this game, you know, and of course I gave it an 8 out of 10 before, but I did have some problems with the game that I feel were fixed. For example, the lip sync issues have been corrected. The predictable story with Iki Island definitely fixed that in a way, like, or at least added some more to it, and I felt like it added depth to Jin's character. So overall, very happy. The only issue that I really have with it is still some of the side content being repetitive, which doesn't change because they just added DLC. It's not like they changed the base game. And on top of that, the stealth combat, I felt like could be a little deeper, but I think we'll see that as we see Ghost of Tsushima 2 eventually happen. I am super excited for the next entry that Sucker Punch has for this game. 9 out of 10. Definitely stand by that. Amazing game. Highly recommended. If you have not played Ghost of Tsushima, pick up Director's Cut. You're going to love it. The Legends multiplayer is amazing too. On top of that, we're going to have the DLC that you can enjoy as well. It's like, it is such a good package, and it reminds me what makes Sony so good at what they do. Their games are just something else. They really know how to create these incredible adventures that you just want to play all the way through. And sometimes you want to even platinum it. I'm not somebody who platinums games often, but this is one of those games that I'm going to definitely platinum as I continue to play the game. But that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. If you have played this game, what do you think of it? What would you rate it yourself? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos. And hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.